When was the last time you said, "I've had enough"? When was the last time you hit your breaking point? Maybe it's right now. Maybe you're sitting there, feeling the weight of everything you've been tolerating, everything you've been putting up with, and you're done. You're done with the excuses, done with the bullshit, done with settling for less than you deserve. If that's where you are right now, this is for you. Because here's the truth. When you say, "I've had enough," everything changes. This isn't about complaining. This isn't about venting. This is about drawing a line in the sand. This is about saying no more. No more settling. No more excuses. No more letting life happen to you. So, if you're ready to stop tolerating what's holding you back, let's talk about what happens when you've had enough. Let's be real. We all have a breaking point. A moment when the weight of everything we've been carrying becomes too much. A moment when we realize we can't keep going like this. And while that moment might feel like the end, it's actually the beginning. The beginning of something better, something stronger, something real. Think about it. What's one thing you've been tolerating that's been holding you back? What's one thing you've been putting up with that's been draining you? That's your breaking point. And while it might feel like the lowest moment, it's also the moment when everything changes. So, I want you to ask yourself this. What's one thing you've had enough of? What's one thing you're no longer willing to tolerate? Here's the thing. Saying, "I've had enough," isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength. It's the moment when you stop letting life happen to you and start taking control. It's the moment when you stop settling and start demanding more from yourself, from your life, from the people around you. Think about it. What's one thing you've said, "No more," to that changed your life? What's one boundary you set that made everything better? That's the power of saying, "I've had enough." It's not just about walking away. It's about walking towards something better. So if you're at your breaking point right now, don't see it as a failure. See it as a turning point. A moment when you stop tolerating what's holding you back and start fighting for what you deserve. Here's the thing. When you say, "I've had enough," something inside you ignites. A fire. A defiance. A refusal to keep settling for less than you deserve. And that fire, it's unstoppable. It's the kind of fire that burns through excuses, through fear, through everything that's been holding you back. Think about the people who've achieved greatness, the ones who've changed their lives, who've risen above their circumstances. Do you think they got there by tolerating what was holding them back? Hell no. They got there by saying, "I've had enough," by refusing to settle, by refusing to quit. So, if you're at your breaking point right now, don't let it break you. Let it fuel you. Let it remind you that you're capable of more, that you deserve more, and that you're not going to stop until you get it. So, let me ask you this. What's one thing you're no longer willing to settle for? What's one thing you're going to fight for, no matter what? Here's the thing. The breaking point isn't the end. It's the beginning. The beginning of a new chapter. A chapter where you stop tolerating what's holding you back and start fighting for what you deserve. A chapter where you stop settling and start rising. Think about it. What's one thing you've achieved because you said, "I've had enough"? What's one goal you've reached because you refused to keep tolerating what was holding you back? That's the power of the breaking point. That's the power of knowing you deserve more. So, if you're at your breaking point right now, don't let it scare you. Let it motivate you. Let it remind you that you're capable of more, that you deserve more, and that you're not going to stop until you get it. At the end of the day, saying "I've had enough" isn't about giving up. It's about rising up. It's about refusing to settle for less than you deserve. It's about taking control of your life and fighting for what you want. So, If you're at your breaking point right now, let me ask you this. What's one thing you're no longer willing to tolerate? Drop a comment below and let's remind each other that when we say, "I've had enough," everything changes.